Ever since I can remember, my dad has been a powerful, impactful figure in my life. Having worked as a janitor for the Tuscola School District for 16 years, which is only a few more years older than I am, and the store in town that was once known as Shopco, which is ironically been put under new management, which is where I also work now. You worked there for 4 years. I feel your resignation is well warranted, even though you do not want it. Not just for the years you spent slaving away, but I feel it might be my narcissism talking, since I am essentially a carbon copy of you. Judging from how my mom and your parents and my aunt and just about everyone else says we look, sound, and act the same. I believe that you possess some golden characteristics that not only make you a good worker, but also a great father and a genuine role model. I believe you're a courageous, determined, charismatic, encouraging, and wise individual. Ever since I can remember, your courage has shone through the darkest days like a honey badger that is capable to live without fear, even when facing down opponents that are 3 times its size. Just like that one night where you spent hours trying to help a neighbor with his dog after hearing a loud sound that sounded like a gunshot. Plus, you were not just confident for joining the military, but also for what you did in it. While you were never deployed, you have told me yourself that you were essentially a real-life minesweeper, sweeping for mines. Also, if there was ever the event of a retreat, you would have to blow up the bridge, being the last man. And you're always the first to answer the door to strangers, which a lot of us don't do. Ever since I can remember, you've been a very charismatic person. You always make friends everywhere we go, and you always are loved by the people at the school that you worked at. And I can never get enough of your terrible dad jokes, mostly because I have to live with you. And when you were deployed, according to my mother, the kids made you a poster that I had seen hanging up in your office whenever I would go and spend summer days there. Ever since I can remember, you've always remained determined despite your setbacks. You were diagnosed with brain cancer sometime in 2020, and you spent about a week in the hospital for both the surgeries, because the first time they didn't do it right, apparently. And so each surgery was about a year apart, and the only person that went there was my mother. And the entire time, you weren't worried about yourself, you were only worried about us. You were so determined to get as much stuff done, even with not being able to see clearly, that one time you were melting wax in a pot, and then you went to go air up a tire, but you forgot about the wax, and then it started to burn. And so you grabbed it with your bare hands, burning your hands. And yet, here you are. And you even say that you wish you could still be working, but you can't because of the dizziness caused by your treatment. You're essentially... I think I lost someone. Well, you've always claimed to be foolish because you've always said that you were a C student in high school, and you always claimed how I was so much smarter than you. But I found you being quite wise. You taught me everything I need to know. You helped me and my sisters. Oh, there it is. You helped me and my sisters with homework, and you taught me how to shave, which I neglected to do. And you just taught me what it is to be a man of the house. You taught me how to be a friend, and you taught me everything I would need to know. As far as I can remember, you've been encouraging me to achieve my dreams. Even if your typical form of encouragement is yelling at me and my sisters to get off our lazy butts. There is one distinct time I remember, however. Once I had first started driving, so about 3 years ago, we were talking about how I wanted to make comics, and you said, and I was not very confident in my drawing ability then as I am now. So you had encouraged me to start drawing the characters so that way, whenever I do find someone that could draw them a lot better, or if I ever got to the ability to be able to draw them a lot better, I would remember and they would know what I am thinking the characters look like. Ever since, ever since I can remember, you have been a great role model to me. You've always been determined, courageous, charismatic, encouraging, and wise man I have ever known. I wish you luck, Father, in raising my sisters as well as you did to me. Here's to you, old man. Enjoy your well-deserved retirement. You've earned it.